Welcome to Project Pro Code Recipes. In this video, we are going to learn on how to join and merge different data frames in Pandas. So this is the code snippet over here. I have copied this code and I pasted that in my Jupyter notebook. I'll explain to you the code over here as well as run this for you. So first of all, what is join and merge? So basically, if you are familiar with MySQL and designing of schemas, you must have heard of these terms joining and merging. So basically, joins are of various types, which I will explain to you as we go through the codes, and these are generally used for simultaneous data analysis. Now consider example of a company such as Amazon or Flipkart. Now when they design a schema, they can't put everything in a single data frame, so they need to split that on some particular basis. For example, one will contain uh, your customer IDs and customer details, the things that customers have placed, the orders that customers have placed. The second may contains the shipments. The Amazon connects people to sellers, so the other may contains the sellers which are going to uh, deposit, or which are going to serve individual customers, because when you place an order, the product may be same, but it can come from different sellers. That's why you get an option for checking out different types of sellers available when you place a product. Now if you want to do simultaneous analysis on both of these data sets, you need to merge them. So basically you can join them on various bases. So there is where joining and merging comes into play. If you still if you still don't have much idea about it, I'll explain to you the code. You can also go and check, basically you can specifically check MySQL videos for this, because these type of things are generally dealt with more details in MySQL videos. Okay, so now let's get started. So I've defined a function. Now I have imported warnings. I have ignored those unnecessary warnings using warnings.filter warnings ignore. Now we imported pandas at pd. Now I've created my data frame. I've created my data dictionary. Now after that, I've converted this data dictionary into data frame by using pandas data frame function. So you need to pass this raw data, then the column name. Now I've also created a second data frame that is named under data underscore b, and I've done the same thing to create a third data frame, data underscore n. Now you can see these both have the same these both have same type of columns, where these has a different type of column. Now over here I'm joining data frame on the basis of rows. So basically you need to write pd.concat. So what it is going to do, it is going to concat a and b. It will first write the complete data frame of a, then it will write the complete data frame of b underneath that. Okay, now after that, joining the two data frame. So this was joining along the rows. Now you need to, if you want to join along the column, so basically it will concat side by side. So you need to just write axis is equal to 1. Now pd dot merge. So this is where joining comes into play. Basically this is where you actually perform the operations of uh, joining. For example, inner join, the outer joins. So basically you need to pass the two data frame that you want to join, and then you need to pass the subject ID, that is the primary key or the common column, or the primary keys. Yes, basically the primary keys that are unique to each of these data frames. Okay, now after that I am joining here with the help of outer join. So outer join is basically a kind of union of two data frames. That is, it will give you it will give you output a data frame that is union of these two data frames. You will understand that when you will see the output. Now inner join is basically intersection. So after that I am finally doing a join which is based on indices. Okay, now let me run. So you can see this was data frame 1, this was data frame 2, now this was data frame 3. So you can see what is concatenation means by rows. So it concatenated 1 2 3 4. Okay, then it concatenated the other data frame just underneath that. Okay, now after that by columns it concatenated side by side. Now the third was concatenating the third data set. So basically when I concatenate, okay, let me check, you're not calling subject ID. So I am merging these two data sets on the basis of subject ID. So you can see subject ID is taken as a common column, and then the first name and last name is written over here. Then test IDs, because test ID was unique. If any unique column is present in any of those that is not present in the other, it will be represented as another feature column. Now after that, over here I am doing a outer join. So you can see what does outer join mean. Now it is union. For example, till 1 to 3 we had the common subject IDs which were represented like this, which was not common in both, so it gave us the nan values because I concatenated on the basis of subject ID. Now for 4 5 it had first name underscore x, last name underscore x, that is common, was common in both, so basically did it did a union. So first name underscore x represents the first data frame, whereas last name underscore x represents the second, first name underscore y the third, the sorry, first underscore name the second, and last underscore name y the second. Now it did similar, since 6 7 8 was only common in the fourth, sorry, 6 7 8 was only column in the second data frame, common in the second data frame, so it concatenated in this manner, and then it put all those other values to be 0. So you can see in the inner, that was the outer join. In the inner join, 4 and 5 subject IDs were common to both, so it did an intersection and it picked out all the common, sorry, yes, all the common elements. Now after that, this is how, okay, this was merged, right index equal to 2, left index equal to 2. So this is how it did left index and right index is equal to 2. So what it did, it for subject ID underscore x, it placed all those values of x and all those values of y. Basically it did the similar thing as this, but it used the index format. Now this was all about codes in this video. For more code recipes like this, you can visit our website as well as our YouTube channel. You can also get to learn more industry relevant projects that is available on our website, and the code and the URL for the code of this video is available in the description below. Thank you.